Junior, and welcome back to Football Fans Frenzy. Great week so far. Stories about Ralf Rangnick joining Manchester United. How is he going to play with this Manchester United side? Will he be successful with this team, considering the fact that they are not naturally built to the way Ralf likes to play? We'll find out how Ralf Rangnick is going to play with Manchester United later on in this video. Also, I'm going to be giving you 5 odds and 2 odds game to play this weekend. So if you've not gotten your SportyBet app installed, install it right now, or you can go to sporty.com and just get ready for the odds, guys. Get ready for the odds. And like I always say, bet responsibly and bet with that money you are ready to lose. Don't use your main money, guys. Don't use important flow to bet. Just be responsible about it. You know how I always say, be responsible about betting. So wait for the 5 odds game and the 2 odds game later on at the end of the show. And I give you 70% guarantees. Feel free to edit. Feel free to make the best out of it. Make it your own. It's your game and I'm giving it to you free. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now. Yes, right now. Hit that subscribe button right now. Smash a like on this video. Share this link with your friends. Don't forget to hit that little bell, that notification bell, so that you get notifications every time I put out a new video or I am about to go live just like this. And if you're just joining us, welcome to Football Fans Frenzy. It's Saturday Football with Zike Junior. I'm going to be talking about Ralf Rangnick, the new interim manager of United, and I'm going to be saying, going into details, his kind of football and how he likes to play. I'm going to be making reference to some videos that we've seen on Ralf Rangnick. Personally, when Manchester United actually went for Ralf Rangnick, I was like, yes, that's the man. That's the deal, guys. That's the deal. A lot of options were put on the table. We talked about Luis Enrique. Very good manager with his style too. The kind of manager you also want at Manchester United. But with the World Cup approaching and his role for Spain, I don't see Luis Enrique leaving Spain at this moment, especially when World Cup is just about to get started. But except we're going to see one of those things we play on FIFA games or on PES where you're a manager of a club and you can take up a national team. Except that's going to happen. That's the only way I can see Luis Enrique actually coming to Manchester United right now. And then also about Ten Hag, which is another candidate for the job. And there are reports that Ten Hag actually wants Manchester United right now. Because if you're going to be working with somebody like Ralf, somebody as technically and tactically gifted as Ralf, someone that understands the game, a pure student of the game, you would want to work for Manchester United, And what is happening right now is that Ralf is about to build a house for the manager that is going to come in, be it Pochettino, be it Ten Hag. They will be having a structure, the kind of players that they'll be playing on, that they'll be having a full structure to play with. And that's the beauty of having Ralf Rangnick at Manchester United. When I saw this deal, I was like, this is it, guys. This is it. Manchester United is actually is finally making a statement about how they want to play. Especially maybe they came to this decision after watching the game against Manchester City, where Manchester City actually played Manchester United off the park. Yes, that game was just 2-0, but it just showed that Manchester United was not even in my screen. And then, Manchester City was way levels above Manchester United. And if you know history of English football, you know that is not acceptable, especially for a team as big as Manchester United, arguably the biggest football club in the world, to be played off the park, totally dominated, raped and massacred by Manchester City. The amount of goals in that particular game cannot really tell the full story of how that game went. It just showed that one was a footballing side and the others were just there. Obviously not coached right. Obviously not coached right. So let's talk about Ralf Rangnick, how he likes to play. He is known as the father of Gegen press. Yes, a lot of us have seen how Jurgen Klopp plays with his team, and then you wonder, how do they press so high? How are they able to win the ball back seconds after they've lost it? Yes, Ralf Rangnick actually invented that style. The Gengen press is being attributed to Ralf Rangnick. The way Jurgen likes to play, the way Tuchel likes to play, lose the ball, and according to Ralf, he says win the ball back in 8-9 seconds after you lose it. It doesn't matter what part of the pitch it is. If it is higher up the pitch, the better. Because this is the idea behind Gengen press, right? If you win the ball higher up the pitch, what it means is that your attackers have just very few players to beat to get a goal, because obviously they just have few of their defensive bodies back there to defend at the time when you've won the ball. So you don't have the whole team falling back behind the ball and trying to make it difficult for you. So the higher up you win the ball, the easier and the better for you to get a goal. Also, it limits the amount of time your players have to run from long distances to the opponent's goal post to get a goal. So once you win the ball, 8-9 seconds after you've lost it and you get a goal, the counter press is everything. The high intensity, so he's going to be bringing high intensity to Manchester United. He's going to be bringing the Gengen press, so you don't see players backing off once they've lost the ball and allow the opponent to control the game, which is something that we've always talked about to Manchester United. Their character, there are players that can hold the ball, there are players that, but why do you play a game? The last game against Watford was a good example. Manchester United against Watford and they were played off the park. That is not acceptable. Manchester United is a team that should be in possession, especially against teams like Watford, but that didn't happen. We've hardly seen Manchester United play any football match and control the game. And that's what Ralf will be bringing to Manchester United, because he doesn't like the opponents to have the ball for so long. So if there's one thing you're sure about to Ralf Rangnick, is the fact that Manchester United will have to play a high press game. I also saw a report where they said he want to install a clock at the training ground so that it keeps ticking. That way, players know that they need to win the ball quickly. I think it's a method for him to actually get them to start playing the way he likes his football team to play, which is good. Whichever way Ralf can actually get this football club to be on their feet, whichever way he feels is best for him to get Manchester United to be on their feet again, we really encourage it. Ralf is a very good manager. He's tactically sound. Let's talk about his formation for a bit. He's known to like to play the 4-2-2-2 formation, but like he says, he's not interested in formations. Like, formations don't matter. Whoop. When I saw that, I'm like, oh my God. Okay, we actually thought for a very long time that formation is important. We criticized Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a lot for his setup, having two defensive midfielders, even when you're playing against perceived lesser teams. Ole always put out two defensive midfielders that are not very good on the ball. I think for Ralf, Fred might be a crucial player for Ralf, because Fred likes to press. And since once you win the ball back, you have to move it quickly. He might just work out for Fred under Ralf Rangnick, because he can press. He's one player in Manchester United that we are very sure knows how to press a football. Bruno can press, but now the question is, how would Ralf get Cristiano Ronaldo to press? And this has been the question for a lot of football pundits, this since the appointment of Ralf Rangnick, how is he going to get Cristiano Ronaldo to press? Well, I feel personally that Cristiano Ronaldo is a professional. I think even the last game in the Champions League, we saw Cristiano Ronaldo pressing. He is one player that is very hungry for success. And if he's meeting a brilliant mind like Ralf Rangnick, and Ralf Rangnick says, this is how I want to play, this is how we are going to win football matches, this is how we are not going to get outplayed on the football pitch, Cristiano Ronaldo is such a professional that he will key into that philosophy quickly. It doesn't matter. I think also that Cavani will suit very well Ralf Rangnick's playing style, because Cavani loves to press. He lives for pressing. He can chase the ball down no matter how long it will take him, but he will just keep chasing the ball down. Chama says Ronaldo will deliver. Yeah, Ronaldo will always deliver. He's hungry for success, and so he will just put in the work to make sure that Manchester United actually gets success, and also him himself gets success. That's the way Ronaldo is naturally built to play. So that's what Ralf Rangnick will be bringing. He also, so about playing styles, about formations, he doesn't care so much about those. It has worked quite well for him. Now, he is a man that will actually structure this club from bottom to top in and out of the football field. He's going to be staying as an interim manager for 6 months, and after which he's going to move to a consultancy role. Manchester United is very unstable when it comes to decision making. Two things might happen. First is that Ralf Rangnick actually does so well these first 6 months, and at the end of the season, they change their mind and give him the job as a manager permanently. That's one thing I see happening, especially with this board. Second is he does so well, builds the structure, and they maintain the terms of the contract agreement and say, okay, now we'll move you into consultancy, but not just consultancy, making him the sporting director of this football club. And that would be massive because we've seen how Ralf Rangnick works. We've seen the clubs he has worked. He actually modifies the club from bottom to top and takes them to a whole new level. We've seen it with RB Leipzig, where he actually took over the whole modification, transfers, everything about the club, made them, move them from relegation, the lower division, and brought them as title contenders in the German Bundesliga, making sure that they get Champions League football this season. Blueprints there for RB Leipzig, and they've maintained it even after he has left. That is the kind of man Manchester United is bringing in for 6 months. This is the best decision that Manchester United has made since Sir Alex Ferguson left the club. Choma says, I agree. Ronaldo is indeed a professional. Yeah, Ronaldo is a professional, and he's going to do his job as long as it means that he's going to get success. That's the kind of mentality Ronaldo has. And Bruno will benefit very well from Ralf Rangnick too, because Bruno loves to press. Ralf Rangnick actually made an example about his pressing style. He said there is nothing like a half press. You know, it's either you are pressing and you are pressing fully high up the pitch, or you are not. He made a joke about it, and he made an example where he said a half press is just like saying you are half pregnant. Come on, it's either you are pregnant or you are not. There's nothing like half press. So expect Manchester United to play the way Jurgen Klopp plays with Liverpool. Well, of course, we know that Jurgen Klopp's style was actually gotten from Ralf Rangnick, because Ralf Rangnick actually revolutionized football, modern day football, and he actually set a blueprint of how German football has been played for the last 20 to 30 years. All the German managers are practically working on Ralf Rangnick's blueprints, and that's a fact. The Tuchels, the Klopps, they all get their style from Jurgen Klopp. Winning the ball the moment you lose it. The 8 to 9 seconds after you've lost the ball is very crucial, according to Ralf Rangnick. That means once you lose the ball, all the players around the area where the ball was lost have to get that ball back immediately. I think this is very key for Manchester United, and it's very important. So that's the kind of manager you expect to get. So Manchester United fans should really be buzzing with this deal right now. This is like a very good deal for Manchester United, the perfect fit. 6 months deal. We also know that Ralf rejected Chelsea, but because Chelsea were offering him a 2-year contract, and now this is a 6 months contract with an as an interim manager, and he's accepting it to move over to consultancy role afterwards. But Ralf is a footballing person. He understands Manchester United. He understands that this is going to be the biggest job of his career, and he cannot turn it down. This is his opportunity to make history with the biggest club in the world. So Ralf is taking up this opportunity. Good manager, good deal, a real student of football. He understands how he wants to play. In his lectures, where he was actually lecturing other managers, he made it very clear that a coach should know in his head how he wants his team to play. He should have a video of how he wants his team to play in his head. This is Ralf Rangnick. This is the guy that will stamp his feet on the ground and say, this is how I want you to play, and he will ensure that everybody gets playing football the way he has it in his head. Of course, if you're pressing very high and you are pressing fully, like Ralf Rangnick says, you wouldn't have to worry so much about your defense, which is why Liverpool doesn't really concede a lot of goals. He also mentioned about Pep Guardiola in his videos, where he talked about Pep. So when you win the ball, the manager should know how he wants to play, and that's why he made reference to Pep Guardiola. He is a manager with a philosophy. He is a manager that knows exactly how he wants to play. He doesn't leave anything to chance. He has all the pictures in his head, and when you're not doing the right thing, he points you to do the right thing. You have to fit into that blueprint of how he wants his team to play, and that's why Manchester City does so well under Pep Guardiola, and that's why Liverpool does so well on that Jurgen Klopp, and which is the same thing Tuchel is bringing into Chelsea. He wants his players to play a certain way. Like Chelsea lost Romelu Lukaku, and they are not even feeling it because there's a system in place, there's a style of play in place, there's a blueprint, and all you need to do is follow that blueprint, and you will get victory. So the Premier League is going to get even more interesting going forward, because great managers, you have Tuchel at Chelsea, you have Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, you have Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, and now Ralf Rangnick, who will say is actually the godfather of modern day football because his style is dominating Europe, is dominating the world presently. The Gengen Press. I love that name, guys. The Gengen Press. So Ralf is going to also be bringing discipline into the Manchester United dressing room. He is not a kind of manager that favors particular set of players. We had that complaint about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and truth be told, in as much as a lot of people want to bash Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, credit to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he has done a good job at Manchester United. He tried to make Manchester United competitive once again, even though the levels between, he just got to where he could get, with this team. But before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over Manchester United was down on its knees. But he took Manchester United or brought in good players into the club. Now you're looking at Manchester United and you say, okay, this team is competitive. Chama says this Ralf delivers. So yeah, we really all hope so too. But he is a manager that knows his onions. He knows his trade and he sticks to his blueprint. It takes him time to build, but he makes sure he gets a result. And that's Ralf Rangnick for you guys. That's Ralf Rangnick. Back to what I was saying. So Ole got a lot of criticisms, about, but Ole should actually get credit for what he did with Manchester United. Yes, he cannot get Manchester United to the next level. Ralf Rangnick is going to continue the rebuilding process. Everybody is buzzing about this deal. But rivals are not happy that this deal went through. Rivals that know football and understand the stature of the man that is being brought to Manchester United, they know that it's a big threat. Good deal for Manchester United. Fans are buzzing all over the world about Ralf Rangnick taking over at Old Trafford, which is good for Manchester United. Yeah, so you expect that Ralf Rangnick is not gonna prefer certain players. He's gonna pick players based on how they perform in training. He's gonna pick players based on how much they have adapted and adjusted to his style of play, how much they can fit into how he wants to play. That's how Ralf Rangnick actually picks his team. Perform great at training, understand my ideology, understand my philosophy, and they're going straight into that starting lineup. That's how Ralf Rangnick is. So there's no favoritism. Every player wants to work hard. And that brings me to the next thing I want to talk about, which is about the match between Manchester United and Chelsea on Sunday evening. Yes, Chelsea will be hosting Manchester United at Stamford Bridge, and the odds are totally against Manchester United, and rightly so. There is no two ways. I totally believe that Chelsea will actually be hammering Manchester United on Sunday. But this is football, and these are individuals, these are personnels. Manchester United will be playing for pride, especially after they've lost to Liverpool and lost to Manchester City the way that they have. And also to Watford, which was actually the most embarrassing. They have to play for pride. So I expect them to actually give Chelsea a difficult run. And also, it's an opportunity for the players to impress the new manager. So I think the players will be walking up to that pitch and saying, okay, I need to impress the new guy. I have to do everything I can to impress the new manager. This is my shot to actually stay in this team or stay out of the team. If I play badly today, he's watching. Ralf is watching. He's a no-nonsense man. I've seen video clips of his halftime team talk. And he's somebody with a lot of energy, guys. He's somebody that has his ideas and he knows how to motivate his players. He knows how to get them to do whatever he wants to do. He doesn't care what you are or who you are. You have to play football the right way because he wants to win. And I think it's something that would work very well with Ronaldo. Ronaldo wants to win at all costs. So if this man is going to get us to win, if this man is going to get me to get goals easily, if this guy is going to make us win the league or win the Champions League or win one of those big trophies, man, I'm down, guys. I'm game. let's go, let's do this as a team. That's the kind of man Cristiano Ronaldo is. That's the kind of man Bruno Fernandes is. Now it's there to see if other players in the dressing room will also rally up and do the same thing and say, okay, this is how we are going to win trophies. This is how we are going to be dominant in this particular game. This is how we are going to dominate teams and win games. I'm down, guys. I am down. I'm going all in. So it might just be, I expect Chelsea to win. Like I said, I have no doubt in my mind that Chelsea should be winning this game, but I also feel like Manchester United will be giving them a run for their money. It's not just going to be as easy as it was for Liverpool and Manchester City, because they will be trying to impress the new man that will be watching and saying, okay, this guy is good enough for me, this guy is not good enough for me. Because the truth is, Ralf Rangnick is coming at a time where he has to make a straight decision, an instant decision. So he'll be watching this game tomorrow with keen interest and like, okay, this guy will be starting for me, this guy will be starting for me, at least for the first few games before he actually picks up order and try to organize his team. So opportunity for players to actually book their places. Book your places now. This game against Chelsea on Sunday. It's left to see whether Lukaku will be starting for Chelsea. I think he's fit and back in training. Whether Tuchel considers him fit enough to be starting at this particular derby is what we are yet to fully understand. So we'll see whether Romelu Lukaku dives straight into that starting lineup on Sunday. With or without Romelu Lukaku, Chelsea is a very fantastic side so far this season. They've just been a joy to watch. You know, the way they press the game very high up the pitch, the way they cover each other up when they are out pressing, making it difficult for opponents to penetrate them is just something that we like to see. But it's the Premier League, anything can happen. Watford beat Manchester United 4-1 last week. That is how the Premier League is. That is how the Premier League is, so unpredictable. Especially in big games like this, players want to play for pride. So it just goes in ways that we never expected it to go. And that's my prediction for that particular game. Chelsea to win Manchester United, but it's not going to be an easy ride for Chelsea. It also easily be a draw, that particular game. It's just going to be a tough game of football, on Sunday. So watch out for that game, guys. Don't miss it for anything in the world. Chelsea versus Manchester United at the Stamford Bridge. Yes. And then quickly, guys, let's go straight. So if you have, I'll take these odds. The games for today are BC9 2ENV1. That's my 2 odds game for this particular Saturday. So you know what to do. Bet responsibly. Put that code on Sportybet app. Feel free to do whatever you want to do with it. Take out games, add games. I give you 70% assurance on this particular. But do what you want with this particular game. Is yours, guys. Take it and use it. And then my 5 odds, the big one for the weekend. 5 odds, the big one for the weekend is BC9 2EY92. Yes, this is the big one for the weekend. Bet responsibly, guys. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now. Smash a like on this video. Share this link to your friends, and don't forget that little bell, guys, so that you get notifications whenever I put out a new video or whenever I'm about to go live. Yes, it's the Bet Show, and it's Saturday Football with Zike Jr. We talked about Ralf Rangnick and how he will be playing with this Manchester United side. This is your boy Zike Jr., and I'm signing out. See you guys in my next video. Bye.